Good morning. It has been a minute since I've given you guys a prep diary update, but here we are. I'm about to drive over to go and do some cardio, so I am fasted at the moment. I have a morning routine that I do before I drive over and do cardio now because recovery at this point is going to be a bit slower because we are starting to, well, prep is starting to prep. But this morning I woke up like 10 minutes before my alarm, and I wanted the extra 10 minutes, but I just couldn't sleep anymore. But lately, as you guys have known, like sleep has always been very difficult for me, and I will say now that I've gotten into a good habit of getting about 7 to 8 hours a night, like every night without a miss now, and it's been really, really good. In result, I've been pushing a lot better in my intensity in my training sessions. But I've also, my recovery has slowed down just a little bit, because I am in a deficit now. So I've been paying close attention to that. My coach wants me to take a rest day today off weights, but I'm still going to do my cardio. And then we're going to see how the body responds tomorrow because I have been feeling a little bit inflamed. You guys know that when it comes to plan, I'm 110% with everything. So if the body isn't responding well, it's either going to be my stress, could be my hormonal, could be lack of sleep or lack of recovery. It could be anything, right? So we're just trying to see how my body's going to respond tomorrow with just not doing weights today and only cardio. So I am still going to make it like an active rest day. So I'm going to get my cardio done. I'm still going to get my steps done. But this morning when I woke up, and I have been doing this every morning now, because it's been setting me up for like really good days, even for my training sessions. I've been waking up, I take like my fat burner first thing. I do steps around the kitchen and the lounge. And I probably get about a couple thousand steps doing that while I'm sipping my fat burner. And then I go upstairs, I roll on my yoga roll, and I just stretch my glutes, my hamstrings, and my hips out. And I just prepare myself for my cardio session because I personally like doing Stairmaster. So at the moment, we're doing 40 minutes of cardio 6 days a week. I'm training weights 5 days a week, and my calories are still about 1600. So this time around for prep, like it's definitely the highest amount of calories I've been on, and it's the least amount of cardio I've done. And, cardio is like everything I'm doing is for me. Cardio is different for everyone. Step counts and calories are different for everyone depending on what you do. And because I work from home, I do need to be a little bit more active outside of my training sessions, because I literally sit on my butt and I'm facing my computer like every day. So I need to get up and do some more intentional steps like outside of my training sessions and my intentional cardio. So I have been doing 10,000 steps a day, and my cardio has not increased so much in the last like few weeks. We've only just upped it to 40 minutes. I started with 20 and then we went on 30 and now I am on 40. I am on my way to cardio, and then today I will take you through what I'm going to do on my rest day today because it's been a while and I wanted to give you guys my prep update too. But like I said, it's going to be an active rest day and I'm going to get my steps in. I'll take you guys with me when I do steps. We're going to go into Cult Fitness today because I am going to check in with one of my clients. And then it's going to be work for the rest of it. But I've got a box opening to do for Evogen, which I'm going to do after everything. And I'll take you guys with me. So I am sipping. Well, I haven't opened it yet, but this is how I start my morning. So I have my fat burner and I have my EvoBurn by Evogen. I drink that first thing, and then that gets me going because there's caffeine in it too. And then I take this with me during my cardio. And to be honest, I'm being a little bit lazy when it comes to prepping my drinks for the morning. So I have amino acids and I usually use that when I am training in weights. But first thing in the morning, I usually just grab one of my Powerade Zeros. And I love it so much, but this is normally done by the end of cardio. Like, I get so thirsty. But today is going to be steady state. And sorry, my arm is just getting tired here. So today is going to be steady state cardio, and I'm just going to do 40 minutes, and then I'll do the rest of my steps later. So yeah, I'll see you guys after cardio. I'm just gonna take you guys with me on my drive. I'm so casualed up right now. When it comes to morning cardio, like I do not care how I look. Like I get up, I have a quick rinse, and then I just put a huge t-shirt on. And then, well, I am wearing shorts as well, but yeah, super casual first thing, because I know I'm just gonna like sweat and then I'm gonna shower and then, yeah. Generally, when I am going over to do weights at the gym, that's where I like to try a little bit more, you know, I like to rock my keep that pump stuff. But this prep this time around has been so much better because like I'm really paying attention to every single part of this prep. Like every day I really monitor how I'm feeling, basically what I would, you know, do with my clients. You know, as a coach, sometimes you forget yourself in the process, so I've really been just paying attention to how I feel, my recovery, knowing how I'm feeling like the day after training weights or after a rest day. But so far, my rest days off weights are 2 days a week. It's Thursday and Sunday, and I really, really cherish my rest days. When I get to a rest day, it's at a point where I'm like, okay, I really need it. That's when you know you've been pushing hard. When your body's screaming for the rest days, then you've been pushing hard. So today is a Tuesday, and my coach wanted me to take another rest day, which I feel that I need it. I think that I am either due for a deload or I've just been on a really hectic schedule. Even if I work from home, it still gets really hectic. You know, if you are prepping, you know that like prep takes up at least half of your day. Your food, your steps, your training, your cardio, and just preparing for the day after as well, and just making sure that you're on top of everything. It gets really, really hectic. But I wouldn't have it any other way. Like, I love prep so much. I love the process of it. I love just watching my body come in, my face come in. Like, I know that I won't say I've let go. When I'm in my off season, once I start gaining like a bit of weight around like my face, my upper body, that's when I know I'm like, okay, like I'm in off season. But I love the process of prep when the body starts, you know, dropping. So at the moment, I'm 112.4 pounds. That's what I was this morning. I started this prep being at 53 kilos, which to be honest was the heaviest for me. I have never been 53 kilos. Usually my highest is about 50, 51. So this time around, we definitely put on some solid tissue, which I'm super happy about. When I pose out, I can also see the difference with my gains because my 53 kilos this time around was a lot better than looking at my 50 kilos back in the day. So I know that I've increased in better body composition. So my muscle is definitely more than my fat. But what's been getting to my head is the trend of the scale, right? When you have more muscle, don't expect the scale to drop really, really quick, because if it's dropping super, super quick, you're either like your calories are super low and you're losing muscle, but I'm on a decent amount for my height and my weight and for what I do on a daily basis. You'll know that it's like muscle that you've built if your scale weight is dropping slower but you're looking better. So scale is a good indication that you are dropping, but it's gonna fluctuate. So try your best to not let that get to your head, because I'm so bad for it. I tell my clients this all the time, like fluctuations happen. Depends on how your week is going, your recovery, your water, your sleep. It could be anything, stress. But I know now that like my body has responded, well, it's been responding pretty well, but I know now that like I'm holding a lot less body fat because the trends of the drops on the scale is a little bit slower. So if you have increased in muscle mass, you know, and the scale isn't dropping as much, you really need to pay attention to how your body composition is looking, because it comes down to that sometimes. Sometimes your weight isn't going to budge for a good couple of weeks, and it does not mean that you haven't made any progress. And for this prep, I started on a decent amount too. Yeah, generally at this stage, well, my last prep, I'm pretty sure at this stage I was in about 1,200 calories, about 50, 60 minutes of cardio. So I feel good now that it's like on 40. I know that's a lot for some, and for some it's not much at all, because all of us are different. But for me, it's good. Like, I'm really happy that I am on that amount, and yeah, for this far into prep anyways. And the body's still dropping, so that's a good thing. With my food, I've been having pretty much the same thing every day. So I wake up, I have my fat burner, I come home. I've been loving like my delightful bread with some egg and like sugar-free Hughes barbecue sauce. So that's like my first thing. I have a toasty, and then I have a few meals. Well, I have a couple meals of ground beef, potato, egg whites, basmati rice, and I just pour like Flavor Gang sauce on it, and it's just so delicious. I look forward to every meal, guys. Food is fuel, but I do like to enjoy my meals too. My volume in my food at the moment is volumized because I like to have a little bit of everything. I am currently on macros with my coach, so I create my own meal plans, but he gives me the macros because I like to have that flexibility. So I am doing flexible diet eating, but that doesn't mean I like change my food up all the time. Like I actually stick to the same thing throughout the week. If I run out of something or feel like something one day, you know, I'll fit something in. Like let's just say one day I want an extra English muffin, or I want a bagel, I'll fit that in. So far my food sources are egg whites, delightful bread, rice cakes, peanut butter or almond butter, ground beef, and yeah, I was having chicken, but I've decided just to go ground beef and egg whites now. I just like my food plans being simple because I like to cook in bulk, and then I also order in bulk from Live Well Nutrition. So if you guys need any good meal prep companies, Live Well Nutrition is the best because they cook everything like perfect by the time it hits the microwave, and it's just a matter of adding spices. But they also have their own flavored stuff too, and their flavors are amazing. I love all of them. I love my sauces at the moment, so sometimes I get like the flavored stuff and then I just add my sauce to it. Flavor Gang, guys, the Thai peanut sauce, and it's sweet and nutty, and the what was the other one? Rosemary barbecue. This is a non-sponsored ad at the moment. Like I actually love those sauces. You can get them locally at like Vegas. If you're here in Vegas, they've got it at the Vegas Discount Warehouse. Other than that, you can order them online as well, where you'll see the whole range. But I've heard good things about the other flavors too. What's most important during a prep, like if you're finding food is a struggle, is just really making your food prep a little bit more interesting. So that's like your spices, your sauces, how you cook your food, volumizing, and maybe adding different food sources. That's why I like flexible diet eating, because I can choose what I want, and I already know what works really well for my body too. I don't like to feel restricted, so when I'm prepping, I don't feel restricted at all because I know I have that freedom to choose what I want to eat. So it's worth, you know, downloading a food log app or something like MyFitnessPal and play around with that if you want to learn how to flexible diet eat, because you can play around with your food options, and yeah, you won't feel like you're dieting. So especially right now, like I'm still on a decent amount of calories, so I don't feel like I'm dieting at all. I love all my food prep. I love my meals, so I enjoy every meal, you know. But now I'm just arriving at cardio, so I will chat to you guys in a little bit.